Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another review of Black Clover manga. This is a review of Black Clover chapter 263, titled Shadow Intel. Now, before we get into the review, there's some things I'm going to go over, like the popularity poll, and just go through the results for you guys. And then I'll just pretty much get into my review, my summary, and my analysis. And with that being said, let's just get into the video, guys. But before I get into that, so you guys know I do have a fitness channel called the Hall of Gains, where I talk about, fitness, exercise, diet. So please be sure to go check that out. It'll be linked below in the description. I also have this week's Black Clover chapter linked in the description as well. And so when it comes to the popularity poll, I'm going to go through the rankings. At 10th is my boy Magna Swing. I'm glad he got in the top 10 poll. 9th is Leopold Vermilion, another character I really like. 8th is Luck Voltia. I'm surprised he's that low. 7th is Gauche Adley. 6th, Secret Swallowtail. 5th, Noelle Silva. 4th, Yuno. 3rd, Charlotte Rosalie. 2nd, Yami Sukihiro. And 1st, Asta, which I like this because, when it comes to my ranking, it's almost somewhat similar. Mine is number 1, Asta. 2, Yami. 3, Luck. 4, Yuno, and 5, Noelle. So, overall, I actually have a similar list. The only thing is that Charlotte is not my 3rd, and that would be replaced with Luck, which is funny because their elven souls are brother and sister. But with the ranking overway, let's get into the chapter. It picks up where it's left off, where Nacht and Asta show up to the captain's meeting, and it's funny. The captains assume Nacht to be an intruder. Nacht then summons 4 devil-like bodies to completely surround the captains. A cat-like devil surrounds Noelle. A cow-like devil surrounds Jack. A bird-like one surrounds Charlotte, and then can't even really tell what that one is in front of Fagolion. Maybe a bear? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. But this is 4 different devils. So it's crazy. Asta's surprised. He's like, devils? 4 of them? He had more? So Nacht is possessed by 4 devils. So I would assume that Nacht is, he's quite strong, but I would assume that these are very low-ranking devils. Just because to have 4 of them would, if they were high-ranking and not low-ranking, would be just way too broken. But basically, Fagolion realizes that Nacht is a devil host, and then Nacht is like, I'm qualified to attend this meeting, guys. And Julius backs him up. Julius says he's a vice captain. He belongs to the Black Bulls. And it's been revealed that he's been in the Spade Kingdom spying, but Julius did not know that he was a devil host. Jack looks at Nacht and recognizes him. He looks back to when Yami was in the Gray Deer. Back before Yami was the captain of the Black Bulls. Back then when Yami was the vice captain underneath Julius, back when Julius was just a captain. And you see next to Yami is Nacht, also a member of the Grey Deer. Jack asks, hey, aren't you? But your magic was. And then Nacht responds with, that man is gone. So, this leads to the question of Nacht. Is this really Nacht, or is this the devil speaking through him? Is his devil host more of a possession, like an actual possession where you lose control? It seems like in Black Clover possessions, the actual host has a fair amount of control. But maybe it's that Nacht has 4 devils at least inside of him. This means that, well, he isn't really himself anymore. Because Nacht says that man is gone. Although, if you look at this, it shows Nacht smiling when he looks at Yami. Maybe this is just a different Nacht now, as in he's a different person. Because Nacht, from what we kind of believe, is that he doesn't like Yami. So, this is really weird. And does this mean he has 5 devils? Because I can't remember the devil's name. It was like Gildemero or something like that. He didn't look like any of those 4 devil bodies, is it? Because does that mean that like Nacht has 5 devils? That's just absolutely insane if that's true. And then Nacht basically just gets on to the main topic at hand and delivers information, absolutely crazy, insane information to the captains. He tells them that Yami and Vengeance will serve as the core of the ritual as sacrificial offerings. And then from that point on, over a course of 7 days, the Qliphoth will begin. There are 7 different levels, 7 different gates, and they will open gradually. Inside them are 10 devils within the Qliphoth tree in different locations. The deeper the level, the stronger the devil. So the upper level are equals to that of the Dark Triad, and then the lower the devils are, the even more powerful they are. And then he says, if the final devil, Lucifero, emerges, the world is finished. So, that's crazy that the upper level is Dark Triad level. And they get stronger and stronger and stronger with each level. That is absolute insanity, because we just had Yami not even be able to defeat Dante. The only reason why, Yami's alive is because Dante needed to capture him alive. If Dante was just allowed to kill Yami, that probably changes things, right? So, there are 10 devils. Let's assume the top level, they're both Dark Triad level, there's 2 in the top level. So there's 2 that are equal to Dark Triad, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are stronger, and they get progressively stronger. So Lucifero should likely be drastically stronger than any of the Dark Triad. Now, I see people are getting confused by this, because they don't think that Lucifero should be that much stronger than Dante, because Dante combines his mana with 80% of Lucifero's mana, which can be true, but also if you look at it, that we know that a 1% boost is an exponential boost. It's a big boost, and that means that if Lucifero is going full power, he is 20 massive amps above 80% Dante. And then also you might be able to think of it this way, that there's the devil mana. Well, Lucifero is a devil. He probably has better control of it than Dante has, since Dante is a human, whereas Lucifero is a devil. So basically, it's also stated that as the catalyst for the event, at the very end, if Lucifero gets out, Yami and William will die. But until the gates are all open, they'll both be alive. So, Nozel actually does look at Nacht, and he's kind of impressed that this man by himself was able to go into the most dangerous country and get all of this information. And they kind of question why would the Dark Triad go about to do this, and Nacht says, we can't understand. They're just pretty much crazy. They're pure malice. They're going on pure desire. They have no guilt. And, well, he doesn't even care to understand for it. He says it's unjust evil. And this is a big statement from Nacht coming up. Even if God and the devils forgive them, I never will. So, Nacht, who seemingly has a lot of information about devils and the afterworld or the other world and other realms, he says there is a God and there are other, well, we already know it's devils, but he says there's a God. Now, there is so much information and foreshadowing and little hints and stuff that there are gods, so many different statements, so just another one that's going to have to happening at some point in Black Clover where gods are finally revealed. It just makes sense. It seems like, again, that Asta, if there are bad gods or something, that Asta would need to take them out because of his anti-magic. He's arcane. So, even Nacht agrees that he cannot defeat the Dark Triad, which means he would not even be close to the other devils in the higher or lower levels of the Qliphoth as well, the higher level devils. And so, he says he's going to make Asta the ultimate warrior. He said that anti-magic holds the potential, and basically 3 days from now, the gate to the underworld will open. He says before it does, we'll retake Yami in vengeance and destroy the Tree of Qliphoth. In the end, we'll build an elite force around Asta made up of those with the potential to defeat the devil, and mount an assault the Spade Kingdom. This time, it's our turn to strike. Then you have Rill, Jack, Fugolion, Julius, Rill, Nozel, Charlotte, and Kaiser all looking quite seriously at Nacht. So, this is interesting. Now, one thing I don't really like about this is we just had an entire training arc to fight devils, and now we're going to have probably another training arc to fight devils, and just look at this. To that end, we'll build an elite force around Asta, made up of those with the potential to defeat a devil. That sounds exactly like the Heart Kingdom was planned anyways, so it's like just doing the same plan again. So basically they had 3 days to train, And then it seems like they have 7 days for the gates to open. So if they get to the last gate, that gives them like 9 or 10 days to train. So yeah, it's gonna be weird, but then you need to look at it. Asta was going off pretty much just practicing with his anti-magic, combining that with his ki to use it over 6 months, and that's how he got so much better. But he's gonna have somebody who actually knows how to basically train, because this is a devil host. This guy has 4 to 5 devils. He's gonna know how to, use devil power and train somebody to use it. So that's a way to make it so that Asta can get way stronger in just 10 days, whereas we had a 6 months time skip, because he was basically on his own with his, learning anti-magic and devil power. Now he's with a other devil host who's gonna train him. Still don't know if I really like it. I wish it maybe would have been a bit longer. I kind of was, hoping other side arcs in the meantime. Maybe the Tree of Qliphoth is going to take even longer because they had to wait for like a full moon or something, or some sort of special event like cosmically to like do it, so that we could get Charmy trying to gather the dwarves, and maybe Asa going to the dwarves and getting a new sword forged, stuff along that lines. They could do so much, but I just hope that we get a lot of chapters till we get to the point where it's a rematch of the Dark Triad, and then we get a lot of chapters until it's fighting Lucifero. I think it might be a bit too quick if we're already getting close to the rematch of the Dark Triad and the Light Triad once again. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, overall, that's a really good chapter. The only thing I'm kind of iffy on is, they're doing the same plan as the Heart Kingdom. Asta, Arcane, getting people who can kill devils to fight them. Now it's a bit different, a little bit, just because now it's mainly focused on Asta instead of other arcane mages, but it's just, yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's still in pretty much the same vein. So yeah, overall, really good chapter. I'm really excited. It's crazy that the Dark Triad are very quickly going to become quite fodder. They're going to be weak as hell. Yeah. That's gonna be, well, weird, because they just got revealed, in the last few months, and now they're gonna probably be weak soon. So, I don't know what I think about what's gonna happen. Again, we'll probably just have to wait and pretty much see from there how that goes. I think it's gonna go well. I think that it's gonna be good. Tabata will figure it out, but yeah, I just have some reserves about what is happening. So yeah, interested to see what's gonna happen in the coming days within the series. It's probably gonna be spread out. I'm sure that Tabata's gonna spread this out to expand upon characters. How Noel's gonna get stronger, how Yuno's gonna get stronger, Asta's training. Hopefully, it's fully fleshed out, because technically the 6 months training time skip, that was a time skip. It wasn't an actual arc. It's being animated in the anime, but it's as an arc, but it's not actually really an arc in the manga. But that being said, that really is pretty much it for this video. So yeah, Nacht might have 5 devils. That's absolutely insane, and it's crazy because, he was probably pretty strong in his base form because he was a vice captain when he went to the Spade. So if you think about it, this is a vice captain with 4 to 5 devil hosts, or devil possessions. Yet he's still not, as strong as a Dark Triad, who have 1 possession. Now sure, they're high-ranking devils, but that just shows the difference here, that a vice captain with 4 to 5 devil possessions is still weaker than a single Dark Triad with a single high-ranking devil. And even though Lucifero is the highest in the, there's Dante, Magicula and the Devil for Xenon are lower than Lucifero, so that means that they're not the absolute highest ranking for those two, but still, in my opinion, that's probably showing the gap in power between the lower ranking devils and the higher ranking devils. The fact that 4 to 5 lower ranking devils packed into a vice captain, so somebody who's probably pretty proficient with magic and good at fighting. Yami isn't going to pick a weak vice captain, and well, then that person's still weaker than a singular high-ranking devil possessed in a Dark Triad. yeah, that is interesting to see how that works. It also just could be that, you know, if you just compared a base Nacht, like without any devils, that the Dark Triad are probably stronger in a decent degree, and I would agree, but still, it's crazy that 4 to 5 devil possessions, and he's still weaker than the Dark Triad. But I'm really excited to see more of how he fights, because he has that shadow magic, and then he has the devils come out of the shadows and subdues the captains. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what's happening here. How are they going to fight these devils in the Tree of Qliphoth in that order? Is it they just go one at a time, and they have just a massive squad to fight them? And so it'd be weird. I don't know. It's I think Tabata will do just fine. You know, whenever I doubt him, he usually proves me wrong, and whenever I believe in him, he usually proves me right. So I don't really doubt him right now. I just think that it's not all fully explained, and that's why I'm a little bit reserved on it. But hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...